Hey guys, it's Murph. I'm back again. I just want to do a short video. I just put 18-inch rims on the '07 Colorado. For those of you that have been around my channel, you know I do videos concerning work on the Colorado, stuff I fix up and whatnot. I just got it these 18-inch rims. I put them on. Pretty nice sized tires. They're actually Silverado Suburban type rims. And for those of you that know, they won't go on a Colorado because the hubs are different size. On a Colorado, the hub is around 100 something millimeters. Don't kill me in the comments. And on a Silverado Tahoe type rim or Suburban, the center hub is 75 something millimeters. So the way I made it work is I got lug centric wheel spacers. They're 2-inch wheel spacers. Now when you put those on, the way you got to keep them centered, because the hub's not going to keep the wheel spacer centered. The way you can keep it centered is just put a pry bar through the studs, have it go against the ground so you can tighten up the lugs, because you have to kind of get them all snug, you know, go kitty corner, go one side to this side, to this side, to this side. And I'm talking about the wheel spacer, not the wheel. And that way you can get it tight and it'll be centered, because if you don't kind of, you know, do them cross pattern, you could get the wheel spacer off center, and then you're going to be driving down the road going thump, 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 thump. So you can do that like that, or use an impact gun. Just snug them up the best you can, because when you're tightening those, the wheel wants to spin. The wheel's off, and the hub will want to spin. So you got to kind of snug them up and then find a way to crank them down. But to get them cranked down tight, you can put a pry bar through the studs on the wheel spacer and then tighten them in a cross pattern, one at a time. Okay? That's the way I did it. And people say that they can come loose and whatnot, so I use Loctite on this, just to make sure everything was good. I used Loctite on all the studs on the wheel spacer, and I used it on two of the studs, or two of the lugs on the wheel itself. But using the stud-centric wheel spacer, it allowed me to use the wheel with a different size hub, or center hole, or whatever you want to call it. Now we could take a look at what they look like. It's kind of nice because these are 2-inch spacers, and I already had the wheel well covers, so they stick out just perfectly. And these are 18-inch rims. And I just wanted to do the video today because it's perfect, because somebody parked here with another '07 Colorado, and look at the difference. Look at all that empty space. And it just looks like a small rim. That's a 15-inch rim. That's like a stock rim for a Colorado. And look at the difference. It's like almost giving the truck a lift. Now, these weren't the cheapest, like those eBay. I did get them off eBay, but they weren't like the cheap eBay spacers. They were like mediocre spacers. People complain, they say the cheap spacers, the studs will snap, this and that. Listen, this is a 5-cylinder Colorado. I don't have a ton of torque going to the wheels. It's just 2-wheel drive. I don't take it off-roading. I think I've had them on for about a month, knock on wood. And I think if you're just not like a ridiculous driver and you don't have all kinds of power going to your wheels, that you're not going to start snapping studs, or if you're not off-roading and hitting huge rocks and bumps. You know, I've seen people snap studs on these wheel spacers, but if you're not crazy, I think you'll be all right. So I just want to do a quick video and show you guys how it looks. And again, these are Silverado or like Suburban rims on a Colorado. And I actually, on the front, I did get some rubbing. The wheel space, without the wheel spacer, it would rub on the sway bar. So the wheel spacer pulled it out, but I would still get rubbing on the wheel well parts right here. So I cut it out. And as you can see, I still get a little rubbing down here. And I could cut that off, but it only rubs when I'm turning all the way in. So with this 18-inch rim, and I got 265/65 size tires on it, this is basically the max you can have on this truck. Any bigger, it'd be out of control. And in the front, I don't know if you can see it, I cut out some of the fender as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like some kind of rubber mat and screw it up to keep it covered, because we're in New York and it'll all rust out if I leave it wide open. I did spray like an undercoating on it, but even with that, I want to do like a rubber cover. But I just wanted to show you guys how it can be done. And I definitely think it was worth it in the end. It makes the truck look a lot more aggressive, and it's just a better look. It's almost like putting a lift on it. So guys, this was Murph, just a short video on the wheel spacers. And it is possible to put the Silverado rims on the Colorado. Other people, what they do is they actually router out the rim to make the hub size bigger on these Silverado rims to fit right on the Colorado without a wheel spacer. I guess that is the perfect way of doing it, but I'm a little bit scared to start taking a router and tapping out the hole in these rims. It's kind of scary to me. So I figured this was a good second best. Guys, this was Murph, and I'll see you in the next one.